Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Joshua, the tanky neon green fish. I'm here just bringing you a solo power leveling guide from 1 to 55 in about an hour and a half. So I'm just going to jump right into it, and the start is pretty self-explanatory. You start in the starting zone. You're just going to want to cleave down gray wolves until about level 6. You can kind of stop these things at 4 or 5 if you want and start running towards Hydel. And once you hit level 5, you can just kind of kill, auto attack the trees and stuff on the way, some measles, whatever. Um, and just make your way to Hydeal. Before I started this video, I actually prepared some things in Hydeal. I prepared Smooth Milk Tea, which is Combat XP. Splendid XP and base XP elixirs. I was only able to get the base because there were no Splendids on the market, and I used all mine grind in my main. And I don't do alchemy. But you get those, Book of Combat, Golden Bells if you like. I am not using a Golden Bell in this video because I understand and not everybody is paid to win. And it's not always common to find one up on a server at certain times during the day. But also I'm running 2 pets with 5% XP on each. I am not running a 10% costume. I am running 2 10% XP crystals in my helms, and I run church buff, so I am also missing villa buff. Um, Besides that, I have pretty standard buffs, and I'm going to show you where to get these Hydel church buffs. I suggest getting those. It's only 1.5 mil for 2 hours if you get all of them, or you could just get the experience one for only 500k. I make much more than 1.5 mil in in the 2 hours grinding to 55, so I have no problem doing it. And yeah, after you get your buffs in a high Dell, we're gonna start heading out to altar imps. But make sure you equip all your gear. As you can see, I got my Kudamon. I got mainly DP gear. You don't really need much AP for this. I got a Kazarka. The more accuracy you do have, though, the lower level you'll be able to go to these zones. So if you're running stuff like Beg's Gloves, Kazarka, RCEs, just stacked on accuracy, you'll actually be able to start these mobs a little bit sooner than the brackets that I start them. But I've done experimentation with my specific build with no accuracy offhand and stuff. 25 is the earliest you can go to refugee camp. 7-ish is the earliest you can efficiently start killing altar imps. And like 43 is like the earliest you can start really doing hex. And 45 is the earliest you can really start doing rogues with my specific build. Now, like I said, increasing accuracy will actually make that a lot. You can start rogues at 41 potentially, depending on your class and your accuracy. But here's the altar imps. The altar imps are pretty self-explanatory. I personally go clockwise most of the time. Kill off all these stragglers as soon as you get to the compound, but just AoE cleave these big groups down. I'm magicking arrow right now because AoEs just get interrupted. AoE combos, my bad, get interrupted when you level up with that stupid animation. So for the first couple levels, I just, magic arrow, basic attack, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. It's slow level. And then chain lightning, everything around. Use your class equivalent to whatever you are. I do suggest keeping a pet out though, because at least one. Because blackstones and stuff do drop, as you can see here. I got blackstone, silver bars, stuff like that. It's not much, but it is extra money. And you're just gonna keep doing this, do this rotation, kill everything in sight until you reach right around the level 22 mark. I also don't really worry too much about getting my skills. You don't really need them, in my honest opinion, for most classes really early, as long as you have the AP to counteract it. But if there's certain things you want to get, like I know witches and wizards have speed spells, spellbound heart, to restore your mana, stuff like that. You can go for it. I personally don't waste the time to do so, but that's all personal preference. I'm not really gonna tell anybody how or how not to actually min-max this run, and this is pretty much just to show people what brackets are the fastest and the time it takes. Now this main camp up here is where you do like the beg boss scrolls. This is where most of your XP will come from. When all these things are in the middle of respawning though, you just run back around to where the area I first came in and do like another lap around there, and by the time you finish that, this will be all respawned. You only got to do about 3 laps through here, through the entire thing, to hit 22. And then you can open your world map, go out past Delphi Knight's Castle, and go over by Karuto Cave. You'll actually be going to Old Dandelion. Well, I prefer Old Dandelion right south of it. Some people prefer to go in Karuto Cave, but I just do a clockwise rotation around Old Dandelion for a thing or two until you hit level 25. And these big dudes are the guys you're going to kill. Now you only really need to close the gap here because I'm not running accuracy, and instead of staying at alter imps at till 25, they slow down severely after 21, 22, and I don't really have the accuracy to make refugee camp actually efficient right now. So that's why I come to Old Dandelion / Karuto Cave for 22 to 25 just to close that gap and close that level gap and get the accuracy. Alright, now we're 25, time to get out of here, and we can actually start making our way out to refugee camp, and that's in the northwest corner of Calpheon. You're gonna run right there, and we'll show you go right into the main compound, and you're gonna stay here for pretty much most of your grind. You're gonna stay here from 25 until you reach 43 or 45. 45 is a little bit of a stretch. However, if you want to go to rogues from 45 to 55, that is absolutely viable and phenomenal money. And that you really don't want to go all the way down to hex just from 43 to 45. That's a lot of runtime, and you could realistically already hit 45 at refugee camp before you make it all the way down to hex. So you got to decide whether you want to go to hex till 50-ish. You could actually stay till 55 if you really wanted to, if you're doing the sealed magical earrings quest, and you want to farm earrings on an alt while simultaneously progressing for doing the sealed magical earrings quest and the Valencia 1 quest line. You can do both, but I personally only like staying till 50 because I'm not really farming my sealed magical earrings anymore. Sometimes I switch it up if I get bored of hex, and I will go to rogues instead at 45. But I don't suggest staying here past 45. It is not that efficient. And like I said before, depending on your class, depending on everything you're doing, you can actually leave here at 41 if you have the accuracy and your class allows it to go to rogues at 41 and go to rogues from 41 to 45. That's also very viable. But as far as refugee camp goes, you'll see I just run in a counterclockwise lap for the most part. Try to get all the big packs. Try to cleave those down. You can auto attack the stragglers 1 and 2 as you're running by from pack to pack. But as far as the money goes and stuff here, the money's actually not too bad. You get a bunch of brand tokens. Brand tokens, by the time you're done, you'll have about 4 or 5 mil worth of them. And you get blackstones, some silver bars from the elites that spawn. I've actually gotten several pieces of fairly high enhanced gear here. So we'll see what kind of enhanced gear I get during this run. But it's actually not too bad money. I average about 10 mil doing to 45 on these alt runs, and then another 10 to 20 mil at rogues after 45. Which obviously you're not doing this for pure profit, but the money in this path actually isn't that terrible. So 20 to 30 mil on an alt in an hour and a half is actually a pretty fair money grind. And while we're just kind of showing the rotation and stuff, I'll skip a little bit ahead here, but everybody has their own personal preferences on where's like the best or where they want to level. I purely made this guide off of everything kind of being all in a line, like a linear path. So there, I minimized the run time. I minimize, the time in between levels, the time it takes to get to levels. But if there's an area you like grinding more, go for it. I'm doing this on purely time efficiency. And then we're gonna head down to Hex. If you know where the Sealed Magical Earrings quest is, that's right where we're gonna be. But if you don't know, just kind of look on the map and go to here. We're gonna be up above the Sealed Magical Earrings quest turn-in, and we're gonna be up on the little cliff. So here's coming in the Hex Sanctuary. You can see actually I got some of that upgraded gear I was talking about. I got some pretty good loot actually. You can see the brand tokens, silver bars, bunch of blackstones, couple plus 10 and plus 7 and stuff pieces. So not too bad actually. But here we are at the quest turn-in for the Sealed Magical Earrings. So you go straight ahead, and like I said, we're gonna go up right above it onto that hill. So you run through here. I keep getting stuck on stuff because I'm a noob. Oh, not even paying attention. Yep. Don't be as bad as I am, please. Try not to get stuck on the stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but nobody likes a noob like myself. And then you run straight up this hill, go to the very tippy top. And okay, there's someone else up here. Typically what I would do if I wasn't in the middle of making a video is I would ask for a 1v1 for spot, or since you're lower level, it's just respectful to, honor that they were here first and you cannot duel and switch servers or find another rotation. However, strictly because I'm in the middle of making a video and I don't want to hop servers and everything else, I'm just going to stay up here and get a couple kills. But what I'm doing right now is I'm actually giving you a little sneak with my Sealed Magical Earrings farm. And what I do is I keep the character I'm leveling up here. And then I switch characters. This only works if you have a solid state, because the load screens are almost non-existent. And then you log in, accept the quest, turn in the quest, and everything else on your alt, sitting at the quest vendor. As a backer here, you'll see just spam X, easy. And then you go back and switch back to the alt that I'm currently leveling on. that good old free 50 fail stacks. That's a Valentia 1 quest line reference. And then as soon as we log back in, we will go back to grinding Hex. And like I said, I'm giving a terrible example right now of proper Black Desert etiquette, but I highly suggest that you please follow proper etiquette. And I try to enforce that a lot, because it's just I noticed it's an issue right now in the PS4 community that a lot of people don't understand. So if you come up to a popular area like this, it's just proper etiquette to ask 1v1 for a spot, and if you can't, you just switch servers. But after Hex, I'm gonna go to Rogues until 55, and I hurried up and skipped, the run and everything else, because this video is getting a little longer than I would have liked it to be. So I already hit 55, and I'm just gonna kind of show you main rotation. You want to go to where that triangle is on the map that I showed, and the bottom left corner of it. So you just go and kill these big mobs, the big packs. Kill the little stragglers in between. I highly suggest stopping and killing the fighters. The fighters give about 4 times more XP than the little guys. So even though your clear speed's not going to be super high, like 2 of those fighters is the equivalent of like 1 giant pack. So then you kill this little group here. Then after this little group, you're going to go up to the right. Kill all these little guys. Cleave those down, then you go to this big pack. This big pack has like 5 fighters. It is phenomenal XP. Cleave these guys down. After those ones are dead, backpedal a little bit, turn around, and then we're gonna go to the south. There's that middle pack. I leave that middle pack there, and I kill this other big pack. Now, when you're on your alt grinding, you can kill the elites if you really need money, but if you're just doing it for the XP, they take way too long to kill on an alt. So I suggest just kind of leaving those guys alone. You don't have the skill points for it, really. And then you come down here, kill this little pack, go straight through them, get this other big pack here. And all these rogues, all these like coin pouches and stuff you get here, they're great money. You turn in 600 of them. I'm actually not looting anything right now. My pets are hungry and I was busy. But you get coin pouches here. You turn in 600 of them for a mil. You get a ton of belts and necklace of the Schultz. Easy money, lots of blackstones, lots of upgraded gear, lots of AP daggers and offhands. So you just, Rogues is actually one of my favorite end game grinds as well. Even on my level 60, almost 61, I come here and grind this exact rotation for money and XP. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and recommend any videos you would like to see make in the future.